I heard that it was time for tarot to a T. And I think today it's time for Cancer. And we're going to do a mid-month for you, Cancer. Mid-month for March 2022. It's a little bit different from my monthly reading because I'm going to ask... Whoa. Wants to jump here. I'm going to ask about the current situation you're dealing with. And then we're going to ask for a card that talks about some complications with that situation. And then we're going to deal a card for advice. Pretty straightforward. So here's your current situation in mid-March 2022. Here's your complication. All right. And here's your card of advice. Okay, here we go. Eight of Clubs. So you moved on from something. Or are moving on for something. Okay, from something. Not for something, from something. There was some kind of problem in a relationship. It involved someone that I'm not getting it was you or them. I think it's both of you are pretty fixed in your ways. And you're moving on from it. Let's see where Cancer's going now that they're moving on from this situation in mid-March 2022. What can you tell me about that? Definitely involved a partnership. A relationship, I should say. Partnership to me is more general. This is definitely a relationship. Personal, close. I think it was a good relationship at one point. Probably financially stable. It was balanced. It was harmonious. But something changed. What changed in this relationship that Cancer wants to move on from at the moment? Okay, there was a series of changes involving money. Money, unfortunately, can be a deal breaker. Yeah, there was a big change in a financial situation. Maybe somebody lost a job. Maybe for some reason somebody just decided they didn't want to work anymore. But maybe you found out they were spending money in ways, or maybe it was you. This could be reversed, totally. Spending money in ways that was hurting the relationship. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it definitely speaks of a job change, though. I'm not quite getting what that could be about, but I don't see why. So this is where I'm at with it. I don't see why you would leave somebody just because they lost a job. There has to be something more to it, where they're not willing to work, or they're just like giving up, or they have a crazy dream and they want to go pursue it, and you're like, nope, I'm not doing that. Or it's immature in some way. Foolhardy, risky. Let's get one more card. Definitely a change in your experience. And maybe it was a relationship you were close with, but you hadn't had it that long. Because this is like a a fly-by-night situation. It's like it really was good in the beginning, and then it just went south. A lot of disappointment. People becoming unreliable. You know, money is one of the biggest reasons people separate or get divorced. So that could very well be along those lines. What's complicating the situation is that they're pushing ahead with their plans, or you are. Yeah, this is the card of moving ahead. I'm going to say financially. Strangely enough, though, this means that the road is clear for kind of a good situation financially. I mean, it doesn't have to be financial. I'm just feeling like that's what this is about. It could be spiritual, mental, or some other capacity. I need a clarifier for sure. Sorry about that phone. I thought I shut it off, but I didn't. Okay. Okay, so the stability here in money was the issue. Okay. That certainly makes sense. It certainly goes along the same lines because over here, it definitely was like a money situation. Or finances changed, right? Maybe somebody inherited some money. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of putting a funny spin on it, but maybe somebody inherited some money and now they don't want to share. Because this talks about usually a windfall. But there's also a warning that you shouldn't overspend. This could be the other person like pursuing their own agenda, and they're just moving ahead. They're like, well, I don't care what you say. I'm going ahead with what I want to do. The advice in this situation is, again, speaking of change. But give me 1 second here. This talks about breakups and separation, honestly. It talks about disruptions. It could be a change in your lifestyle. But that's not really a clear advice, so I'm going to ask for another card. That's why I had to wait for just a second to see if I could fathom that, but I'm not quite getting it. Please give me another card for Cancer in March. Mid-March 2022. What should they do in this precarious little situation here financially? Well, there's more money involved. But this is, again, a caution not to overspend. Make wise investments. You're going to have a change in lifestyle as a result of all this. I think that's kind of a given, so I feel like it's a little redundant, but it's saying don't overspend and be careful with your spending. Since we're doing the Cancer, I mean, you could be involved with the Cancer, so this could be advice for both of you. It's definitely saying, just be warned. It's possible you had the windfall here. This is another scenario I'm getting. You're going ahead with your plans because you have this fortune suddenly upon you. And again, caution, don't overspend, invest wisely. And this also speaks of envy. Other people are envious of your situation. It's definitely going to be a disruption in your lifestyle. One more card for the advice for Cancer before we wrap this up. I think it's honestly saying that you need to watch the spending or how you go forward, because this could affect your stability. Again, it's about having some kind of windfall. It doesn't have to be huge. We're not talking millionaires. But it's saying start a savings account. If you believe in the stock market, invest in the stock market. Or buy real estate. Real estate's really good right now, honestly. Except it's really high prices, so you have to be careful with that. I'm tempted to say this is about you, because the advice is going down the road of the person who has the money. And circumstances changed here in a relationship. I'm going to leave it there. Things are going to change in your lifestyle for sure. Probably for the better, honestly. But don't overspend. I think that's pretty clear. It's like, it couldn't be any more clear. Okay, Cancer. I will see you in a couple of weeks. Leave me some comments. Let me know what's going on, okay? Take care.